Okay, so one of the most corrupt nonprofit organizations in the world is selling a ticket for $32,970. And it's not a fan jacking up the price on like StubHub or any of those other platforms. It's FIFA. I mean, it says right here, FIFA rolled out a $32,970 seat for the July 19th final at MetLife Stadium. This is the kind of greed and corruption that's ruining their image. And in my opinion, they deserve every bit of hate that they're getting. And it's not just this YouTuber that hates FIFA. It's being reported that in Vancouver, there's only going to be a fraction of private jets that are flying in for the FIFA World Cup. And if you compare it to a Taylor Swift concert, well, her concert had 181 private planes land at YVR. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know YVR could hold 181 planes. Will the World Cup have the same numbers? I'll tell you later. So let's get started with the first report on that stupid $33,000 ticket that FIFA's pushing out. Now, everything I have today is articles, so I'm going to read it out for everyone. Especially for those that are just listening right now, they're making breakfast or cooking dinner, or for also the visually impaired. So don't worry, I got your back. I'm actually really surprised how many people are just listening to my video instead of watching it. And I didn't realize how important it is for me to read out the articles. I mean, I've had people tell me that they're listening to my videos while cooking, or jogging, or on the train, or while they're at the gym, or while they're painting, or even on the toilet. Yeah, I actually had someone tell me that last one. So I guess I'm happy to be a part of your bowel movements, I guess. Anyways, let's get started. The biggest sporting event in world history may have a less flattering title soon. The most expensive event in world history. The World Cup, which kicks off June 11th in Mexico City, has become a carnival for the rich. So expensive it resembles a month-long Met Gala. Just last Thursday, FIFA, yes, FIFA, rolled out a $32,970 seat for the July 19th final at MetLife Stadium, triple the cost of the most expensive ticket before then. Like, what the hell? There was a video clip of Infantino basically saying that the reason why they jack up the price is because if they lower the price, then other people are just going to jack it up. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but let me show you the clip.
We are in a market in which entertainment is the most developed in the world. So we have to apply market rates. In the US, it is permitted to resell tickets as well. So if you were to sell tickets at a price which is too low, these tickets would be resold at a much higher price.
Now, the clip actually cuts off there, but basically he's justifying that because it's in the United States, it's okay to jack up the price. And let's not forget, the FIFA organization is a quote-unquote non-profit organization. So if they're selling the ticket for $32,000 or $33,000, where's the money going to go? Sure, the FIFA homers are going to say that it's going to go support football all around the world. But come on, be real here. The world is not stupid and we're not blind. Anyways, back to the article. Even the group stage, tickets are priced at hundreds of dollars. So is parking, and in some cities, including New York and Boston, so is public transit. Want to take a family of four to Norway, Senegal? The cheapest game available in New York area? As of Saturday afternoon, there were 4 Category 4 seats in Section 306, the upper corner of the stadium, available for $402.50 a piece on the FIFA resale site. The cheapest option between the traditional secondary market, StubHub, SeatGeek, etc., the official resale, and what is left at face value. That's $1,610 for tickets. Plus, if you're coming from the city, you have to factor in the $105 New Jersey Transit per ticket person. No, that didn't sound right. New Jersey Transit ticket per person. Hey, I'm leaving in all my mistakes, so I'm just not editing it out. Which jacks up the total cost to $2,030 before even buying any food or beverages. Or you could always park. That will require paying $225 for a space at the American Dream and walking through, since the general parking lots are going to be used for fan engagement and enhanced security. For a 90-minute game, that comes out to $5.64 a person per minute. So when you break it down that way, it seems even more like a ripoff. You better hope it goes into extra time to get your money's worth. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit and give the author's reasoning on why these are so expensive. The one-sentence reason why it's so expensive to go to a World Cup game, and the defense FIFA repeatedly has offered, is that it's a function of the American market. Oh, so it's the Americans' fault now. In Europe, for example, dynamic pricing, which FIFA has used to set the market, isn't outright banned, but it's uncommon for major sporting events. The secondary market, which is a fact of life here, often is banned, and tickets for soccer games tend to be allocated specifically for members of a team's official supporters group, with the modest price hikes a subject of protest. Sports, in short, are treated as public good. That mindset has played heavily into how the World Cup tickets were priced in the past, even outside of Europe. So in other words, he's blaming the system in the United States. And just to be clear, Canada is not innocent on this as well. How many times have we seen tickets for like sporting events or concerts in Canada jacked up as well? But in my opinion, it sounds like FIFA's justifying this, and they're taking advantage of it, to be honest. Back to the article. We have to look at the market. FIFA President Gianni Infantino said in the appearance last Tuesday at the Milken Institute Global Conference in Beverly Hills. Now, I think this is a continuation from the video I showed earlier, but let me read it out. We are in the market which entertainment is the most developed in the world. So if you were to sell tickets at the price which is too low, these tickets will be resold for a much higher price. And as a matter of fact, even though some people are saying that the ticket prices we have are too high, they still end up on resale markets at an even higher price, more than double our price. Well, Mr. Dumbass, did you ever think that maybe you setting your price very high is setting the benchmark for everybody else to sell their tickets? I mean, if people are seeing that FIFA is selling tickets for $1,000, do you think they're really going to sell them for $500? Come on. Now moving on, this next paragraph. The thing about capitalism that FIFA seems to have failed to understand, though, is that demand has to justify the price point. Based on what is publicly available, it doesn't seem to be doing so. And this next paragraph makes me happy. According to ticketdata.com, which tracks the secondary market, the price to attend nearly every single one of the 91 World Cup matches played in the US and Canada has fallen over the last 30 days, a huge majority of double-digit percentages. It's unclear how many tickets remain unsold because FIFA has continued to release them even after Infantino claimed that February, all 104 matches were sold out. But depending on the matches in question, it seems to be a significant number. Now there's more to this article, but I'm going to stop here. But the point that I wanted to show is that the FIFA organization is taking advantage of the resale market here in North America. And they're justifying it by saying that if we don't raise the prices first, everybody else is going to do it instead. But what they fail to understand is that they probably set the benchmark. So of course people are going to price their tickets higher than theirs. And with the details from Ticket Data telling us that the tickets are not selling, well, you're starting to run out of time. I mean, what? It's like a month left until it starts? And one thing I do know for sure is that you're not going to get any international people buying these tickets. Why? Well, flight prices are jacked up, hotel prices are jacked up, and they also need time to get a visa. Oh, and I forgot the ticket prices as well. But is anybody going to spend all of that money just to potentially be stopped by CBP at the border? I don't know. This is just common sense if you ask me. So the United States, I mean, even Canada and Mexico, any unsold tickets are probably going to have to be bought domestically. Now, this next article I want to go over, it comes out of my hometown in Vancouver, and it's titled, When It Comes to Private Jets, World Cup Influx Will Pale Next to Taylor Swift. Now, when I first read this out, I was actually surprised how many private planes flew to Vancouver for the Taylor Swift concert. And I was even more surprised that YVR has the capacity to hold 181 private planes. I mean, YVR is not the biggest airport, but 181 planes, that's a lot. Now let me get into this article. Metro Vancouver airports are preparing for the arrival of world leaders, celebrities, and the ultra-rich in their private jets as they descend into the FIFA World Cup, which starts next month. Andy Margolis, the Chief Operations Officer at Vancouver International Airport, is expecting a spike from the 15 to 25 private planes that typically arrive at YVR daily. But he says the influx is unlikely to compare to the 181 private planes that landed on one day during the Taylor Swift's Era Tour in Vancouver in December 2024. The World Cup is over a number of weeks period. I'm not anticipating the numbers on the days either side of the games here to get anywhere near the Taylor Swift, so it's all within our manageable capacity. We've received quite a few inquiries. We've got charter companies and private operators that are asking about our pricing, what fuel supply we have, and if we have customs clearance, and just ticking all the boxes on whether or not we are a viable entryway to Vancouver, she said. We've had lots of inquiries, but in terms of solid bookings, that won't likely happen until 24 to 48 hours out. Ryberger says Boundary Bay usually sees a handful of private planes a week. Like Margolis, she's not expecting a Swift-level influx. Taylor Swift is sort of a benchmark for private aircrafts coming into Vancouver, she said. Now, I'm not knocking on these airport operators for what they're reporting. I mean, they're not trying to take advantage of the situation. They're just reporting what they're seeing right now. And based off of what they're saying, there's not going to be a lot of ultra-rich people with private jets coming into Vancouver. I mean, I remember last year the media was saying that everybody's going to fly into the United States. FIFA fans, rich or poor, are going to go because they love the game of football. Well, I think it's also going to be the rich that are not flying in as well. And if the ultra-rich are not flying to host cities, then who's going to be buying the tickets? Maybe these two clowns will be buying the tickets.
Yeah. Also, of course, like we could survive without a ton of international tourism. I think the tourism industry in America, and I don't know this as a fact, but I think our tourism industry is more based on domestic tourism.
It is for sure.
Yep. Piss off the international community, and you'll have as many tickets as you want, just if you can afford them. Now, I want to show this last clip out of Texas, and I don't know who this guy being interviewed is, but I want you to hear his reasonings for why he feels things are underwhelming.
Did FIFA overpromise the World Cup?
Yeah, I think we expected more of a bump from the travel coming into Dallas from FIFA, number one. And then two, the convention center right now is not is not fully occupied. The only thing happening in the convention center, which is a big piece of our tourism dollars in Dallas, is the media center, the media headquarters for FIFA.
The fans for FIFA, as far as hotel bookings go, just hasn't materialized yet, huh?
It hasn't been as strong as forecasted, but
Why is that, you think?
I think part of it is, travel concerns, internationally coming into the United States right now. I think another big piece of that is just the cost of travel, gas prices soaring, things of that nature. And it's just that coupled with the cost of the FIFA tickets. I mean, I was trying to get tickets for me and my kids to go to a game, and I mean, it was like $1,700 for nosebleeds in Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah, you're telling me.
And it was crazy, and so that's not happening.
Well, you got some of it right. I mean, the high cost for the tickets, the high cost for gas, and also the travel issues. But there's a lot more that you're missing. And it sounds like you're kind of putting the blame on FIFA with the high ticket prices and things. But that's not the only people you should blame. You should blame yourselves. Because people are making a statement right now. And when I say people, it means, international people. And the statement that's being made is that football is not above safety, and it's not above principles. I've done a few reports on World Cup superfans, and they've been attending World Cup since 2006. They've gone to Russia. They've gone to Qatar. And the fact that they're saying that they felt safer there versus the United States is a big statement. And even diehard fans are not going to pay the price that you want. So who do we really blame? You got these two idiots to start off with. And how did Diaper Don get in that chair? Well, you got the 77 million people that voted for him. And then you got that piece of shit right beside him kissing his ass, pumping his ego, giving him a stupid fake peace prize, and jacking up ticket prices first so that others can't do it. It's no wonder FIFA's going to be a shit show. And I have no sympathy for them at all, or anybody that is trying to make massive profits off this event. So to this guy here, it's not just about gas prices and tickets. It's about a lot more. It's about the reputation of your country as well as FIFA. And I'm looking forward to this slow motion car crash actually happening soon. To close off this video, I would like to thank Tom for posting this photo on the Guard the Leaf Hay Cafe page. And he took this photo from Thanet Lake in Ontario. I can't tell whether this is sunset or a sunrise, but guessing by the calmness of the water, I'm going to guess that it's a sunrise. So thank you again, Tom, for posting this and sharing it with the community. Now, one more thing before I close off. I know a lot of you have sent me the video from Large Man Abroad. And I did see in the comments someone from the GTL community did say it would be cool to see a GTL and Large Man Abroad live collaboration together. He did say he was waiting for my reaction or a comment on the video, and I did reply to him. And I also sent him an email. So Large Man Abroad, if you're listening to this right now, reach out to me and let's get on a live stream together. Alright, that's all I got for this video. If you found any value in anything I said, or you want to hear more from a Canadian and international perspective, without the US media bias, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. That way you'll be notified of my future videos. And if you want to see more of my videos, check out the ones that are going to show up on your screen shortly. Thanks everyone. I'll catch you in the next one.